So we have reached ridiculously beautiful. Good morning. It's day 21, the end of our third week. It's pretty wild. And we are in Sequoia, and it is just lovely. Big trees, even though they're not Sequoia trees where we are right now. Cool morning. We actually there's like some humidity in the air, some degree of moisture, which is like the first time I think we felt this since Oklahoma. It's really nice. Just forest sounds everywhere. Definitely what we've been looking forward to all summer. So happy. So we have reached ridiculously beautiful. We're done. I mean, we've got 7 weeks ahead of us, but this might make the whole summer worth it. And it's just our first viewpoint today. I mean, that is completely mind-boggling. So we've reached another landmark on the trail. This is Heather Lake. It's really quiet this morning. It's just around 8:15, so it's still really early. We just passed a backpacker on her way out from last night, but other than that, we haven't seen anybody. And it's just really pretty. Gonna say that a lot today, I think. Well, we have now made it to Pear Lake, which is the furthest out we're going today. We have another small spur we're going to pick up off of this trail, but this is our primary destination. It's around 9 o'clock, I'm guessing, 9:15. And yeah, I just don't think either of us could really be happier than we are right now. The High Sierras, hiking them all, is really going to kick our butts. Really bad. But they're also really beautiful. So we're kind of thankful that we have an excuse to get out and see them. But we might, stay home and not hike something that was hard. But our goal makes us get out and see this stuff. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So we're going to sit here and have some snack. First lunch of the day. I'm going to filter some fresh mountain water to drink. Might have a little tadpole swimming in there. Filter should get that. And we're just going to sit here and enjoy the view. After a pretty long afternoon nap, we are back out doing some slow hiking, just walking through shorter trails around the Giant Forest Museum and similar areas. This is part of the area that got really badly hit by the KNP Complex fire, I think it was last year in the fall, and it's kind of rough to see it. Like, we know this is part of what happens with forests. They go through fires. course, the fire last year was more significant than a natural fire would have been, especially because they had not been engaging in as much prescribed burning practices to keep it from getting so bad. So yeah, the forest looks pretty rough. It'll be interesting to see how it heals over the next few decades. We did see a bear on our hike out to Sunset Rock. That's our 97th bear on foot. It was a black bear, pretty small guy. We're assuming guy because it was alone, but you know, we didn't really check. Yeah, so the burn is rough to see, but it's still pretty. It's just not what you think of when you think of Sequoia. So we were supposed to be out in this area in October of 2021, early October, but there was a huge forest fire happening at the time, the KNP Complex fire, and the whole park was shut down. And in fact, the fires were really close to the campsite where we were supposed to be. So we rerouted in the fall and ended up in Yosemite, which was beautiful, smoky, but beautiful, and we hiked Half Dome, and you really can't complain about that as plan B. So this summer, we were here. It's now summer of 2022, and we wanted to see all the stuff we missed last fall. And there's a ton of backcountry wilderness stuff we're able to see, and it's really beautiful, as you've already seen in our videos from yesterday. But the big trees area is closed because they're doing prescribed burning to clean up from the fire last year and make sure that they're preventing any future catastrophes from being able to come through here really fast and hot again. So the prescribed burn is happening just for 10 days, but of course our 3 nights here are right smack in the middle of that burn. So kind of crappy timing for us. Being from Georgia, it's not like we can just come to Sequoia National Park anytime we want, but we are making the best of it, and we're thankful that they are taking care of the land. Well, we hiked about 13 miles today. We had another 3-mile section on our radar to do for today, but we are supposed to be sticking to short miles, and so we ended up canceling that one and taking the afternoon to sit and put our feet up. Tomorrow we're going to be doing our biggest hike of the trip so far. We think it's going to be about 19 miles with about 5,000 feet of elevation gain. So fingers crossed that all goes well. We're just spending the last of this afternoon in the Sequoia area of the park. Kelly's shooting some images, and we're just thankful that it's sort of cool. Good morning. It is day 23 of our trip. Today we are climbing up to Alta Peak. It's a pretty hefty hike, about 4,000 feet to get up on top of it, and about 14 miles total. Of course, we are not doing the traditional route because we're trying to pick up extra miles as we're in the area. So we are going to be climbing up to the peak and then coming down from the peak and going out to a meadow in the area, and then taking a slightly longer way back to our car to pick up another side trail that we have not gotten yet. And I wasn't really expecting to have any views today, but wow. Well, we made it to the top of Alta Peak. It was a heck of a climb. The first 5 miles were pretty standard hiking uphill. We hiked about 2,000 feet up, and those 5 miles just under that. So nothing too bad, just really nice, steady, beautiful scenery. And then the last 2 miles, we had 1,900 feet of elevation gain to make. So that was just really steep. And there's a false summit on the way up, which really tricked me. I thought surely our estimates were wrong. And then we turned the corner and saw the rest of the 700 feet that we'd have to climb in the next like half mile. So that was kind of brutal. These big day hikes in places like this that are so far away from where we live, it's hard to justify doing them more than once, even if we really like them. And basically, we're going to have to climb all of the mountains behind me, all the passes and all of the mountains back there in our lifetime. So it's going to be hard to justify coming back to this exact spot when we have other hiking to do out here. But you never know where life will take you. Maybe we'll end up living in Fresno and hiking this once a year. Oh, I was waiting.
I doubt it.
I was waiting for Callie to laugh, but he was busy taking a picture. As a bonus, we got more bristlecone pines up here on the high slopes. We're about 11,000 feet up. That's where they like to grow. We were not expecting them at all. There's a ton of them and they're really healthy. So it's pretty cool. Hey buddy. Hey yellow-bellied varmint. What you eating? No, salt from my backpack. So we have arrived at our second destination of today, which is Alta Meadows. We are over 10 miles of hiking in, and they've been pretty strenuous. So we're tired, but this is just amazing. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there are just, thousands of butterflies swarming throughout the grasses and flowers. We've just spotted our 99th bear on foot. In Long Meadow in Sequoia National Park. He is just grazing away. He must know that we're here by now, but we are at a good distance and he doesn't not seem upset at all about sharing the wild with us.